Hello everyone. Welcome to the next video of data structure and algorithm. So in the previous video, we have seen how the sparse matrix can be represented by using triplet matrix. So in this video, we'll see the implementation of sparse matrix to triplet matrix. Okay. So just to overview the previous video, this is the example that we have discussed. So where we need to take the input for one sparse matrix where the maximum number of entries are 0 along with few non-zero values, and then we have to use some mechanism so that this triplet matrix can be represented. Okay, so how to do that? So basically we need to take the input for one 2D matrix. Okay, so let us start writing the program. So implementation of sparse to triplet matrix. Okay. This is the header file. Okay. So what is the requirement? I need to declare one sparse matrix of 2D two-dimensional array. Clear? Where I need two values, one for row, one for column. Then I have to use for two-dimensional array. I have to go for nested loop or two loops I have to use. So two loop variables I am declaring I and j for simplicity. Okay. Then we may require one non-zero variable because we need to count the total number of non-zero. Okay. So before that, first of all, I will ask the user that how many rows and columns they need. Enter the total rows. Done. So whatever the user will give the input, that will be stored in the row variable. Okay. Similarly, we'll ask the user to enter the total number of columns. And whatever the user will give input, that I'll store in the column field. Okay. Now, once the row and column values I have taken as input, next I'll give input to the sparse matrix. So now the portion of code will write down to give input to the sparse matrix. Clear? So sparse matrix is nothing but it's a two-dimensional array. For two-dimensional array, for a single row, column will execute repeatedly because row number 0, then column number 0. For row number 0, again we'll access column number 1, then column number 2. So that means for a single row, column is going to be executed repeatedly. So that's why in the nested loop, the row loop will be the outer loop and the loop we'll use for column will be the inner loop. Okay. So I equal to 0, I less than row, I plus plus. Similarly, j will start from 0, j less than column, j plus plus. Okay. We'll ask the user enter value. So whatever the input the user will provide, that will be stored in the sparse matrix. Okay. So I equal to 0, I less than row, j equal to 0, j less than column, and we are storing the value. Clear? Now till now, let us first discuss what we have written in the program. Okay. So first of all, we have taken the input for total number of rows. Suppose I have given 5 number of rows and I have taken 7 number of columns. So that means one 5 cross 7 matrix will be generated or the memory will be allocated. Okay. 5 rows So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Okay. After that, here the total number of row will be 5, column will be 7. I equal to 0. So we are executing, or we will take the input for 0th row first. So 0 less than 5 is true. Enter. J equal to 0. So 0 less than 7 is true. Enter value. Suppose I am entering 0. Now where that 0 will go? Now 0 will go to the address of sparse matrix 0, 0. So that means 0th row, 0th column. This address will be supplied to the sparse matrix. Suppose I have taken 0 as input. Now 0 will be stored here. After that, J plus plus. So J will become 1. Row is still 0. Okay. So till the inner loop will not be false, the outer loop will still contain the same value. Okay. So enter the value. Whatever the value will give input, that will go to the field of 0, 1 or to the address of 0th row 1 column. Suppose again I am giving 0. Clear? After that, J plus plus, J will become 2. 2 less than 7 true. So whatever the value I'll give the input, that will go to the address of 0, 2. So 0, 2, suppose I have given the value 3. Now 3 will be stored here. Okay. Similarly, next 0, 0, 0. Once my J value will become 7, 7 less than 7 is false. That means my one complete row has got the value. Okay. After that, I plus plus, I will become 1. For row number 1, again column will start from 0 to 6. So 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. So similarly, we are taking the input to the sparse matrix. Clear? So if you have not understood, just go through the code once again that we have discussed. Okay. So let me erase and we'll move forward to the next part of the program. Okay. So once I'll take the input, clear? I have to find how many number of non-zero values are there in the sparse matrix, because unless and until I'll find the total number of non-zero, I cannot input the value to the triplet matrix, because in the triplet matrix we have discussed the first row will contain total number of row, total number of column, and total number of non-zero. Total number of row is already present with us. Total number of column is also present, but we don't know how many number of non-zero values are there in the sparse matrix. So count total non-zero values. Okay, but whenever we will deal with any 2D array, remember we have to use these two loops. Clear? One for row, and for each row you have to access the column. Clear? So we'll write down if sparse of ij is not equal to 0. Clear? So sparse of ij is not equal to 0. I'll increment my non-zero variable that I have declared earlier with and initialized with 0. Okay. Over. So this is what we are counting the total number of non-zero values. Clear? So for every row, every column value I'll calculate. So first I'll check sparse of 0, 0. Sparse of 0, 0 means this one. So first value. So sparse of 0, 0 not equal to 0, false, because this is 0. Now coming to the next one, J plus plus. So 0, 1, 0, 1 is again 0. So it will never increment. Again J equal to 2. So sparse of 0, 2. 0, 2 is not equal to 0, true. Once it is true, increment the non-zero variable. So that means it will become 1. Clear? And similarly, whenever the entire 2D array I will search, after this loop, my n0 variable will contain the total number of non-zero value. Okay. After that, convert to triplet matrix. So that means I need another matrix, which will be my triplet matrix, where I'll store the value. So triplet, let 50 rows I am taking, but 3 columns will be maximum, because 1 for row, 1 for column, and 1 for non-zero value. Okay. So triplet. Convert. So for triplet of 0, 0, we know that here I'll keep the total number of row. Okay. Similarly, triplet of 0 1 will keep total number of column. Triplet of 0 2 will keep the total number of non-zero value. Okay, done. So that means what we are doing here. Now, whenever you will convert to triplet matrix, we know that there will be maximum 3 columns, 1 for row, 1 for column, 1 for non-zero value. Okay, so the triplet of 0th column, this is 0th row. So 0th row, 0th column will keep the total number of row. Suppose here total 5 is there, so 5 will be present here. If total number of columns are 7, then the second one will keep the column. And lastly, the total number of non-zero suppose is 9, then I'll keep the value 9 here. Okay, so first row we have filled. Next our target is from first row of triplet matrix. Okay, so what you are going to do in the next section of code, that I'll fill the total number of details of the non-zero value of sparse matrix. Okay, so that means I'll search the entire sparse matrix. Where the non-zero value I'll get, I'll keep the details. So that means again I have to take the help of both the loops, because by using these two loops, obviously I can search or I can traverse the entire matrix. Okay, but what I need to do now, I have to check which value is my non-zero. Clear? So I'll search the entire from 0th row to the last row. For every row from 0th column to the last column, every value I'll check which value is non-zero. Okay, any value is non-zero, I'll keep the details. Where to keep the details? I'll keep the details in the triplet matrix. But triplet, which variable I'll start or which index? Now 1th row, 1 0 1 1 1 2. Next time 2 0 2 1 2 2. So that means one variable should point to my value 1. Okay, and for that, let me take the help of one more variable. Suppose temp equal to 1. Okay, so I hope everyone has understood why I have taken the variable temp, because I have assigned the value temp as 1 because I'll keep the value in 1 0 1 1 1 2 of triplet matrix. Clear? So in 1 0, what I'll store? The row number. Suppose I am storing the value 3 or details of 3. So sparse of 0 2 will be the non-zero value. Yes or no? Sparse of 0 2. Clear? So if that is non-zero value, what is the row number? Now I is the row number. What is the column number? J is the column number. And what is the non-zero value? This sparse of ij itself is the non-zero value. Clear? So I'll keep the row number as I. Then triplet temp of 1 as j, the column number, and triplet of temp to the value itself. Okay, now remember temp is currently 1, so I am storing the details at 1 0 1 1 1 2. Next time I will get the non-zero value, I'll store at 2 0 2 1 2 2. So I have to increment the temp variable. Clear? So that next time I will get the value, I'll store at 2 0 2 1 2 2. Okay, after that again temp will increase, so 3 0 3 1. So till that time I'll get the non-zero values in the sparse matrix, my temp will increment and it will be stored sequentially. Clear? So once these two loops will be over, means my entire sparse matrix traversal will be over, my triplet matrix will also be ready. Okay, so once we'll convert or will represent triplet matrix, let us display that one. Display triplet matrix. Okay, so triplet matrix is also one 2D matrix. Clear? So that means whenever I need to display, I have to take the help of again two loops. But here this is not row and column. Clear? So first of all, what is the total number of rows will be in the non-zero matrix or your triplet matrix? And that depends on the non-zero value. Earlier I have discussed that whenever there will be 9 number of non-zero values will be there. So obviously 9 details will be present here plus 1 non-zero values, the details of the total row, total column and total non-zero. So that means 9 plus 1. So it is non-zero plus 1. Clear? So I equal to 0, I less than non-zero plus 1. Okay? Non-zero plus 1. Clear? Similarly, column will start from 0, but we know that there are maximum 3 columns will be there. Clear? So printf values of triplet matrix are. Okay? Printf let us keep some space between the values. Triplet of ij. Okay. So after completion of a single row, suppose we need the values in matrix format, we have to write slash n here so that the next row will start from the next line. Okay. Similarly, before conversion, I want to display the values of the sparse matrix. So once the input is over, I want to display the original matrix. Display sparse matrix. The values of sparse matrix are this one, but here it is row and here it is column and here it will be sparse. Okay, done. So let us discuss the overview of the program. First of all, we have taken the input for total number of row, total number of column. So on the basis of that, we have taken the input for the sparse matrix. Then we are displaying the sparse matrix, that these are the values whatever I have taken input. But before converting to triplet matrix, I need to find the total number of non-zero values so that this first row of the triplet matrix can be entered. So after that, I am starting converting. So triplet of 0, 0, I am keeping the total number of row. Triplet of 0, 1, I am keeping the total number of column. Triplet of 0, 2, I am keeping the total number of non-zero. Then I am traversing the entire sparse matrix from the first value till the last value. Wherever I am finding any non-zero value, I am keeping the details. Okay, but details will be starting from first location or first row. So I am using a temporary variable which I am assigning to 1. Then 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. I am keeping the row number, column number, and the value, the non-zero value itself. After that, incrementing the temp so that next time I will get a non-zero value, I'll start from the next row. Okay. So after the completion of the conversion, then I am converting in displaying the triplet matrix. Okay. So let us run the code. Sparse matrix. Okay. So here the total number of rows of sparse matrix, suppose this is 5, and the total number of columns, suppose 7. Okay. So value I'm entering 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 7, 0, 0, 1, 0, 6, 0, 0, 0, 9 0 0, then 0 4 0 0 0 8 0. Now check here. This is what the value of the sparse matrix. Okay. So 5 rows are there, 7 columns are here, and the triplet matrix is here. Total number of row 5, total number of columns 7, total number of non-zero is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 is the total number of non-zero value. And then we are keeping the details of the non-zero value. So first row wise you search. This is 3. 3 means what? 0th row, second column. So see 0, 2, 3. Okay. So similarly, you are getting the values of the row measure triplet format. Okay. Done. But if you want to convert into column measure, clear? The same code you can copy, and a bit of changes you have to make. Okay. So what you need to do first, you will keep column, then row, because first you have to copy the column, because column measure. So you have to keep first column value, then row value, then non-zero. That is not a problem. And then you have to change here, because you have to go column wise, and for every column you have to traverse the row, because 1 0 2 0 3 0 4 0 0 is fixed. So anything which is fixed, that will be my outer loop. So here the column value is fixed. I'm changing the row number. Okay. And after that, I'm writing here ji. Okay, sorry. Ji. Why? Because 1 0 2 0 3 0. Clear? And here you will write down I is the column number, and this is fixed. Okay. Sparse of ji is the value. This much you have to change, nothing more. Clear? What you have done? Enter the value, everything is same. Calculating non-zero, keeping first column, then row, then non-zero, and then you are keeping the column value fixed. You are changing the row number. Here it is the column number, row number, then and then the non-zero value, and you are displaying the value. Clear? You are not making any more changes, just a bit of change. Clear? So sparse column. Let us execute this one. So total number is 5, and here it is 7. Okay. So 0 0 0 3 0, then 5 0 2 0 0 0 7 0 0 1, then 6 0 3 zeros, then 9 double 0 triple 0 4 3 zeros 8. Oh, sorry. So let us take some small values. 3 5. Okay. 0 0 2, then 0 5 0 0 0 6 0 0 7 0. Okay, check here. How many rows are there? So columns are there? 5 columns. So first you are keeping the column value, then the total row value. How many non-zero values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Then you are checking column wise. So first you are getting 5. So 0 column, 1 row, value is 5. After that, here 2. So 0 1 2 3, third column, 0th row, value is 2. Okay. So just a bit of change you have made in your previous code, and finally your column measure triplet matrix is ready. Clear? So I request everyone to go through the code once again and try to implement both the programs. The link of the programs also I'll give after a few classes. The GitHub link I'll provide, but try to understand and implement this one. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching this.